everybody, Zach Butler YGO back with basic combo video on Snake Eyes post Forbidden and Limited list. These are just 3 combos that you can do today that are really solid. They give you the ability to play through a ton of different interactions, and they also give you the ability to put up a lot of points of interaction for your opponent. They're all really basic. They only just require Ash, and in 2 of their cases, either Wanted or Witch. We'll go with Wanted because it's best case scenario. If you like this sort of content, let me know with a comment, like, and subscribe. And if you want to pick up any of the cards, you can always use the affiliate link found in the description below. But we'll just jump right in. So these are, like I said, 3 basic combos, and you're always going to start off by normal summoning your... Well, actually, we'll start off by activating our Wanted to add our Diabell Star, just because we're living in the best case scenario, of course. So we're going to normal summon our Snake Eye Ash, which is going to add our Snake Eyes Poplar, which we'll summon to the field. Poplar is going to add our Divine Temple to Snake Eye. Then we're going to activate that Divine Temple, and we're going to place Snake Eye Oak from the deck into the spell zone as a continue spell. We'll activate Snake Eye Ash's effect here, sending itself an Oak to the grave to special summon Snake Eye's Flamber's Dragon. Now from here, you would normally link off into IP Masquerena, but what we're going to do is we're going to discard our blank in hand to summon our Diabell Star, and that is going to set our original Sinful Spoils Snake Eye from the deck. And then what we're going to do is we're going to link using our Diabell Star and our Snake Eyes Poplar into Dark the Dark Charmer Gloomy. You can also use Heat of the Fire Charmer, but I prefer using Dark here because it's less likely to be as impactful in each game. We'll activate Snake Eyes Poplar to place it in the spell zone as well, and then we're going to activate our original Sinful Spoils Snake Eye, sending the Poplar and special summoning Jet Synchron. From there, it's a pretty simple process of link summoning for Selene, Queen of the Master Magicians, using the 2 monsters that we have besides our Snake Eyes Flamber's Dragon, and because we have Wanted, Original, and Divine Temple, she'll get 3 spell counters on her right there. You can then remove the 3 spell counters to special summon back your Diabell Star in defense position, and this is typically when at some point your opponent would have to Nibiru you because you're threatening Appaloosa here. But what we're going to do is we're going to link summon into our Appaloosa, which used 2 monsters, so she has 2 negates, and that will trigger our Snake Eyes Flamber's Dragon to special summon Snake Eye Ash and Oak back in defense position. Oak is then going to special summon our Jet Synchron, and here we can go ahead and synchro summon for Psyframe Lord Omega. And we're going to activate Omega to hit 1 card out of their hand, so now they've taken 1 card loss. Then we're going to activate Divine Temple of the Snake Eye once again. Or not Divine Temple, we're going to activate Oak's effect, sending itself and the Temple to special summon the Snake Eyes Flamber's Dragon from our deck. And then we can go ahead and activate the Jet Synchron to special summon itself back. And synchro summon with the Snake Eyes Ash into our Formula Synchron and draw a card from our deck. Then you can go ahead and synchro summon the Flamberge and the Formula together to make Bestial Dispotter. Dispotter can then bring back the Omega and rip a 2nd card out of the opponent's hand. So now off of the Ash and the Witch, you have ripped 2 cards out of their hand. You have 2 negates, as well as the Dispotter interaction, which can either be a negate or a destruction. And you can also activate Wanted to banish itself and place Sinful Spoils at the bottom and draw another blank card. So you'll still end with 5 cards, but 3 of them there's 3 interactions in those 5 cards, and your graveyard is also fully loaded for the next turn if you want to go with that route. That's combo number 1. We're going to shuffle up for combo number 2. All right, for combo number 2, we're going to do a different line here we're going to do a different sort of line, but it still ends on a ton of interactions and is really cool. So first you can start with Wanted, adding your Diabell Star. And then you're going to normal summon your Ash just like before. Ash is going to get Poplar. Poplar will grab your field spell. You'll activate your field spell, of course, to place your Snake Eye Oak. That is still the same. You're going to send the 2 to special summon your Snake Eyes Flamber's Dragon. Again, pretty much the same thing as before, but this time we're going to summon our Diabell Star and we're going to set our original Sinful Spoils, like last time. And here we're going to activate the original, sending the Poplar to special summon our, oh, that's the wrong card, Jet Synchron. So this time we're going to synchro summon using Diabell Star and Jet Synchron into Scarred Red Dragon Archfiend. And you have to do it this way because Scarred Dragon Archfiend requires a non-tuner dark monster, so it has to be Diabell Star. Then you're going to link your two monsters together to make IP Masquerena, which is then going to trigger both of these effects. So Snake Eyes Flamberge Dragon can go ahead and summon Poplar and Oak, and Scarred Dragon Archfiend is going to summon Red Dragon Archfiend from the extra deck. Now Oak is going to go ahead and summon Jet Synchron back from the graveyard. And here you're going to go ahead and link summon into an Appaloosa Bow of the Goddess with 3 negates. It's important that you do it this way because now Poplar can go ahead and place the Flamberge Dragon in the spell column if you'd like, or you can always go ahead and place in your Ash or your Poplar if you'd like instead, or even the Jet Synchron. Then you can go ahead and activate the Jet Synchron, discarding one of your blank cards in hand to special summon itself. And you're going to go ahead and Synchro Summon into Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, so that's yet another form of interaction. And then you're going to go ahead and send the Snake Eye Oak and the Flamberge Dragon in your spell zone to special summon the second Flamberge Dragon from your deck. Flamberge Dragon is going to go ahead and place the IP in the spell and trap zone as a continuous spell, and now you are good to go to activate your Wanted to banish itself, putting the original Sinful Spoils back to the bottom of the deck and drawing an additional card. So off of the Witch, Ash, and 2 discards, you end on the Appaloosa for 3. You still have your Divine Temple. You end with Snake Eyes Flamberge Dragon, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, and you have IP Masquerena in the spell zone to come back as a monster on the opponent's turn and can either become an SP or another problematic card for them to deal with. So that is, I would say, even better than the previous combo because you get more interactions for just as much input. I'm going to do the last combo that is a OCG combo, and we're going to be good to go. Okay, for the last combo, all that is required is Snake Eye Ash, and you can have 4 blank cards in hand. This is to show you what just Snake Eye Ash is possible to end on currently, which is like the bread and butter combo, I would say, at this point. Instead of doing the Appaloosa with the Link Rebo and everything like that now, I'll show you a different line that you can go. You're still able to do the Appaloosa for 3 Flamberge IP line, but I prefer this one. I think it's just a little cooler and a little bit more fun, in my opinion. So you'll normal summon your Ash, grab your Poplar from the top of your deck, or from in your deck. Poplar effect, add Divine Temple, which you'll activate, and place Snake Eye Oak. Seems pretty normal so far. Then we go ahead and send Oak and Ash for Ash's effect to special summon Snake Eyes Flamberge Dragon. Again, your opponent will have no idea which line you're going with this, which is why it's so good. Then you're going to go ahead and link summon into IP Masquerena, and we're going to do the Chainlink 1 Flamberge, Chainlink 2 Poplar line that is pretty much the standard for this deck at this point. And we're going to go ahead and summon our Ash and our Oak back. Oak is then going to summon Poplar, and at this point, this is when your opponent should be trying to Nibiru you if possible, because at least then they stop the Appaloosa for 4 if they wanted to, or even 3. Depends on how they want to play around it. But what we're going to do instead is we're going to link summon these 3 together to make Promethean Princess, Bestower of Flames. So what happens here is that you activate the Princess to bring back one of your monsters, and then you're going to link summon those 2 together to make Pit Knight Early. And that is literally it. That is all you're doing. It is 2 extra summons, but you only use 1 Flamberge, and you get interactions that you otherwise wouldn't. So on their turn, you have the Divine Temple to bring back your Flamberge, of course. But you have the IP to go into either... there's a few different options. You can go SP, Appaloosa, or Deco Talker Heat Soul, because these are both cybers, and this is a fire, so that helps out. That replaces the Link Karibo with, or in that regard, with like the Sunlight Wolf line. Like this replaces the Sunlight Wolf in that line. So you can go Pit Knight Early as an interaction, because if the IP Masquerena activates its effect, or if your opponent places a monster as a spell and you use Flamberge to take it, Pit Knight Early can trigger. And what Pit Knight Early says is that when a monster that it points to activates its effect, you can target one monster your opponent controls, that monster's attack becomes 0, and until the end of the turn, its effects are negated. So that's huge, because that's just a free negation. But then, Pit Knight Early also says that if it's destroyed and sent to the graveyard, and it's in the graveyard at the end of that turn, you can special summon it back. So, it's a free pop for Promethean Princess, which is huge, because you want to get as much value out of that as you can. But also, you can link into Appaloosa for 3, and then you get back your 3 Snake Eye monsters, which gives you a ton of follow-up. Although I have personally been finding that I actually prefer to do it to bring back these 2, and I have Oak add Ash to hand, so I use less resources in the deck, and then I can just add the original Sinful Spoils to my hand, and that way I still have an extra Ash in my deck for later. But then if you do it that way, the Promethean Princess can destroy either of these and special summon herself back, and then you can put a card, you'd obviously probably destroy your Poplar, and then you can put this down here. So that's just like a really simple combo that just requires Snake Eye Ash and 4 blanks. That is like your bare bones combo that I've been doing the last couple weeks, and I found it's been really good. If you guys have any questions, let me know down below. And if you have any tips or tricks that you've thought of for the new format, let me know as well. I'd love to hear from you all. And until next time, have a great day.